President Trump set to leave for Camp David just over an hour from now, where he'll be meeting with Republican congressional leaders. On the docket, hammering out a legislative agenda with a big focus on the president's infrastructure plan. They will also take a hard look at the political map for November. Historically, the president's party loses seats in midterm elections. Republicans obviously want to maintain control of Congress. House Majority Leader Kevin McCarthy talking this morning about the GOP sales pitch to the American people.
We've had 5 special elections in the House this last year. Republicans won all 5 of those. If you look at the Georgia race, too. But we know what history says. In the off-year election of a first new presidency, the party in power that has won the House, that's won the White House, usually loses, on average, 25 seats in the House. And 24 is our majority. So we have to go out, sell what we've actually been doing. The tax reform on economic growth, the more than 1.7 million new jobs created, the reform that we've been able to do in the VA, the entrepreneurship that we're seeing coming through, and finish that job.
Infrastructure, immigration, healthcare, take your pick. But first, you got to fund the government, right? So when you talk about prioritizing, there's a January 19th deadline right around the corner.
And I think they'll get the government funding through. That rarely, I mean, the people who really cause the trouble on that are usually Republicans, at least in the modern era. The Democrats had a great history of doing that in the 80s and in the 70s, not so much anymore. But this may be, tax reform may be the last Republican victory you really see on legislation, because the party is divided on Donald Trump's agenda. They're divided on DACA. They're divided on trade protection. The Republicans generally agree on lower taxes, and Democrats aren't going to hand a single victory to the GOP in this midterm year. Why would they?